Hello, everybody. This is part 3 to my series I'm doing on information about space and stuff like that. This right here, sorry for not having an actual book. This is stuff I copied out the Behold a Pale Horse by William Cooper. William Cooper was a highly decorated military intelligence official. He worked at Area 51. He worked and he did tours over in Vietnam and stuff like that. He worked in the Navy, Air Force. He was one of the only people that switched from the Navy to the Air Force. But just for people out there, in 1975 in upstate Pennsylvania, it's where I live. I live in Pennsylvania. You ever heard of Project Pluto? A cigar-shaped aircraft about 200 feet long and about 50 feet in diameter crashed in upstate Pennsylvania in 1975. The government flew in specially trained crews to clean up the site, to retrieve the aircraft and cover up the site. They told locals they were building an electrical plant. The disturbed soil at the site was about 100 feet in diameter. 3 months after the ploy was set up, the crews returned to the to tear down the buildings and filled in the crash site. In 1976, in upstate New York, almost 1 year to the day, this is a quote from William Cooper. Almost 1 year to the day, I was sent to another crash site. Everything was a repeat of the first time, except there were 6 of us, 6 people that they sent their specialists. The code name of the project was Project Pluto, as it was the first also incident that was in upstate New York in 1976. In 1978, in upstate Pennsylvania, he was again sent to a crash site. We arrived the day, this is coming from his words, we arrived the day after the security people. This time the aircraft landed in a lake in upstate Pennsylvania. We went there the same motions and built several buildings on the edge of the lake to house the aircraft. Once it was removed from the water, lots of Navy equipment was flown in, and there were divers everywhere. The same magnetic field was present as in the first 2 incidents. There was no aircraft though. Now, if you look up what happened over in Indonesia after the submarine got cut up in 3 pieces, the United States Navy even reported it on the news that there was a high magnetic field after that submarine got cut up. This is another quote coming out of William Cooper's own mouth that he put in his book. It's called Behold a Pale Horse. It's a good book. It's really knowledgeable. It says, I spent 3 weeks there, and the events that the buildings had to be adjusted. It seemed that the divers had located the exact spot that the craft had rested at the bottom of the lake, but it was gone. There were lots of evidence on the beach that something very large had crashed into the lake, causing the water of the lake to splash ashore over 35 feet high. So the splash from the aircraft was over 35 feet high, and it left debris in the trees and stuff. And it was normally a rather clean lake, was all of a sudden a very large mud hole. After 3 weeks, he had to leave. Well, it says I left William Cooper and was subjected to the same type of security as the first 2 times. End of quote. In 1979 in southern Texas. In 1979, he again was sent to the shores of the southern Texas. The same type of situation. All the evidence led us to believe that whatever it was, it landed in the water and flew away. Once again, 20 men actually saw it go into the water, but the days that followed bore no fruit. The Navy divers and a good deal of evidence that something has made a very large recent gash in the bottom of about 70 feet of water. So something crashed into the water, left a big indent on the bottom of the ocean, and then left. That was one more event. End of 1979, same lake in northern Pennsylvania as 78, same incident as first one, landed in the lake and was gone. The same electrical items in the area were again destroyed, being burnt out. The same magnetic field was there. That's all from William Cooper's Behold a Pale Horse. I was in prison writing this information down because it's interesting. But it's going to come up to stuff I'm going to show you in a little bit. Mount Rainier in 1948, the same UFO what he seen in November. Oh, that was me saying that. I'm sorry. But Mount Rainier in 1948, a UFO was seen over a mountain, which the military documented. April 20th, 1980, Project Red Light. It's an Area 51 file. UFO flew over United States from East Coast to where it blew up in Nevada. It was the exact UFO in Project Red Light. Oh, they found out this. Sorry, I had to read it because my handwriting is pretty sloppy. They found out due to accidental wiretaps on a remote line ran to the warehouse. So people actually heard them talking about this. April 5th, Littleton, Colorado. Linda Howe. William Bills Cooper's conversation with Linda, I think it's Howe, Howe. Through the course of the conversations, Bill produced some documents which contained what I believe to be classified information. It was about the alien base on the backside of the moon, as well as other information of the tender nature that Bill was involved in at, I can't really pronounce this, as CINCPACFLT in naval intelligence. The reason why that. Now get this one. June 23rd, the same day as my arrest, an Elizabeth resident reported seeing 5 amber-colored circular shapes shortly after I got arrested that day, move in all directions in the sky and then form an arrowhead shape before disappearing after 4 minutes. June 28th, a person reported seeing a shiny silver disc or saucer overhead in Mount Lebanon at 8:35 p.m. After about 15 minutes, it disappeared. July 4th, an orange-red sphere spotted around 10 p.m. in Erie and Cecil, Washington County, Pennsylvania. This is all within a week's period of when I got arrested. So basically, it was already published on the news shortly after I got arrested about people seeing UFOs the same day or within a 7-day period. This information, sorry because it's sloppy, I copied out of William Cooper's book because if you figure it, it's all about Pennsylvania. Well, most of it. Now, these right here are all the ones I drew when I was in prison. All of them. This one is a gigantic box square type craft that's actually in the ocean outside of California. That one is really big. This one was the one I seen in 2014. This one, which that's what they call it. It's hard to pronounce though how they say it. But this one it's not a triangle. It's not that top secret stealth machine that the government has. It's actually a pyramid. It's not flat. It's actually like 3-dimensional. It's actually a pyramid. Like the pyramids over in Egypt. It's just like that, besides it flies. This one right here, I actually got a live picture of that one too. You see that one right there? That's what they call it. It's like Tiburon, something like that. Can't pronounce it right. But this one is the one I took the picture of. I drew it in prison, and I took the picture at the Opportunity House last winter. That's the ones I showed in my other video that are on my cell phone. I actually took them with my fiance's phone at the time. Now she's basically, we're getting married. But my phone sucks. The camera sucks, so I used her phone. And this one is the other one that I took on the 3rd floor of the Opportunity House out of my phone. I drew all this in prison. Now, I'm going to make this video short because I don't want to spend too long because I'm trying to spend time with my lady. But, one second, everybody. Trying to pull up the pictures on my phone. Sorry. That right there is in the sky. I'm trying to find a way to brighten it up so I can show you guys exactly the trees and stuff that were there. It's really hard to see. I'm doing this live time so people can't say I'm lying about this stuff. Okay. You see that right there? All this right here, that's a tree. The phone was actually pointed like this to take the picture. I had to take it shooting straight up into the sky. But you see the elongated object? That's how it looked from far away before I zoomed in. Now, if you go to my other pictures, I took multiple pictures of this. Now this is just me zooming into that picture. That's how it looked. That's how it looked. Zoomed in. So it was an elongated object. It wasn't a star. It was long. It was a few hundred feet, but it also shot out different colors, which is also in this video. This picture, I'm sorry. You see? I don't think you can see it correctly, but it was shooting off green and blue colored lights. And it even did like a other type of formation. I got multiple pictures of this. See? That's how it looks when you zoom into it in the sky. That's not a craft, as I could say, a United States craft, any type of military craft. It's not a plane, because planes just don't hover there. And if they're this tiny in the sky and you zoom into them, it's not gonna have light going all the way around it, first things first. And if you look in this picture, you can see it's kind of like a tube, like a cigar. Also, the Australian government actually posted something about their satellites picked up a cigar-shaped object in space. Just saying. But then this is something NASA posted not that long ago about the same thing I took a picture of sitting next to their satellite. You know, the ISS satellite. You always gotta watch. Posted it December 26th, 2020 on my Facebook page. But government files, if you guys want, go out and get the book by William Cooper, Behold the Pale Horse. Look for yourself. Study yourself. The thing is to experience yourself. They choose you. You don't choose them. You don't go look for them. If they want to find you, they'll find you. You all be safe out there. Enjoy the weekend, whatever. Enjoy work tomorrow. If you don't go to work tomorrow, enjoy your day off. You all have a good week.